Hi, I'm Curt Bonk from IST, and I've been experimenting with a new idea or ideas related to video chatting with experts and bringing them into your class. I wrote a proposal for R511, and that proposal was approved to use it with my online class and my face-to-face class. Unfortunately, the enrollments face-to-face have dropped. And so I use this with my online class in R511, the Intro to IST, in effect, EdTech Foundations. But I also then used it with dissertation proposal prep and my Emerging Learning Technologies class this spring. So I used it in 3 classes instead of 2. Now the goal was to have students really resonate with people in the field by bringing them in through Zoom, as well as watching the Legends and Legacies videos from AACT and having them reflect on them, which we did in the fall in the online class. Unfortunately, I didn't have them bring to the face-to-face class little snippets of the videos that they watched for the most exciting, most interesting, and so forth. I did everything else and more, as you'll see in some screenshots of what's gone on this past fall and spring. 2019, 2020, and today is April 21st, 2020. Let's take a look at some of the things that we did, and I'll explain along the way. So let's see if I can find this. Okay, cool. Using live video chats with experts and recorded, shared online videos. So we were in the fall, bringing in experts every week. And they could also go to the AACT Legends and Legacies video and watch famous people like David Jonasson and Robert Gagne and Ivor Davies, a former professor of IST. And they could watch them and reflect on them. And for this class, they have to watch 8 to 10 of these. They're 45 minutes and long, might be kind of boring after that amount of time, and summarize what they've learned from them. And some did this. In fact, many of them decided to do that, but others would come to the live sessions. I brought in like Mike Melenda, who developed the class. And it was great. He could talk about the history of the class. Students could ask questions. The goal was to have students interact and meet and ask questions of these experts so that they could feel them, they could resonate with them, they could understand the history and who they were, whether it was Tom Reeves in Georgia talking about design-based learning, which also linked not only R511, but the 795 dissertation prep students as well. And so you can see them coming to the session, a synchronous Zoom session. It was right here sometimes, right in my yard, you know, we could be outside in the patio, and we could bring in anyone all around the world, which was really great. Ellie Card-Chelman, we were using her book. So we got to ask her questions about how she designed the book from a debate format, why she did that, and where she's going next, and all about her career. Same with Tom Reeves and his career. Same with IU alum Jingli Chang, now at MasterCard in New York City, formerly in Shenzhen, China, and Hong Kong, and all over the world, Stanford, and you name it, he's been working there. So we got to ask him Hewlett-Packard. We asked him all sorts of questions about his career since graduating from IU and IST. Carol Watson, who's in the business school, Kelley Business School, another IST alum, talking about her career. Marty Siegel, IST professor, but ready to retire in May, 1 month from now. He talked about his career in the Plato system, creating personalized learning and all sorts of things at the University of Illinois, all the chat rooms that they created, the forums they created, hypermedia and whatnot. He was really a fascinating interview. And he's also featured in the new book, The Friendly Orange Glow, which documents the Plato project, which I brought with me and he could talk about. So he provided a sense of history and so forth, as you can see. It was kind of fun. And then about a month later, I brought Jima Nagaya from Nigeria. And Jima took over 300 MOOCs, massive open online classes, and passed them. He actually took 700 total, because he had limited opportunities to do education. And so the class on emerging learning technologies studied MOOCs, brought in the person around the world who took the most such things. and they got to ask questions of him of what it was like. I want you to think about what your silver lining for learning might be, how you might experiment with video chats in your classroom. It's not all been perfect. It's not exactly followed the grant proposal that I had designed, but actually we're doing more than what was initially in that grant proposal, in the design. My students are bringing questions to the sessions, asking the experts questions that they've designed. They're reading their articles ahead of time before they come in. They're reflecting in Canvas on their various ideas. And so they're able to connect the content they're learning in the class to the extra articles from the guests that they might send us to the actual live session that we have with him or her or multiple people. And so it's a fascinating experience to extend the classroom out there, as well as to foster reflection on what happened. They have assignments where they reflect on that and get points for that. And they may get bonus points for recommending experts that I can bring in. They might get bonus points for other kinds of things that they do with this expert chat, video chat experience. So I recommend it highly. Experiment, see what's possible. Send me an email, cjbonk@indiana.edu, and I'm happy to respond and answer the questions. So good luck with your show. I have mine.